New on Curiosity Stream. The way we fight wars is changing. Every technological leap redraws the battle lines. How will war be waged in the decades to come? See what lies ahead in the limited series, Future Warfare. And uncover the influence of European cities on the greatest musical compositions ever written in the captivating series, Classical Destinations. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Live Day 2020, presented by the Advocates, advocateslaw.com, continues on 99.9 KISW. W.
99.9 KISW, The Rock, Seattle. Like Malcolm said, it is live day. Everything is live. The commercials, the sound effects, the music, all done live. Men's Room going to be doing the same thing at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yep. And we all morning we're celebrating wearing jerseys because one texter brought up a good point. Today we should celebrate wearing jerseys that we can't wear to sporting events in 2020. So we're all rocking different jerseys. I noticed we've all made a wardrobe change.
Yes.
BJ, you're still wearing a Sonics jersey, but a different one.
I've got the road jersey that they used to wear back in the day.
Number 31.
There you go. There you go.
Barry.
Yeah. Oh,
is that his first or last name?
I think is it Brent Barry? I believe it was.
I can't remember who was Barry on this.
I feel like
holy smokes of all. What a random jersey.
I don't. I think it
Brent
was,
Barry.
Yeah,
number 31.
Yeah. Don't know how I got it or why I got it, but
did you steal it?
I think I took it right off of Brent's back actually. Yeah.
He played 4 years with the Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. And I got his jersey. I showed
from 99 to 2004.
I think it was really inexpensive at the Sonic shop when I bought this. Might have been right.
Did you interview him once? Maybe you're like, you know what? Solidarity. I'm going to get myself a Brent Barry's jersey.
I'm not sure how I got it, but I don't turn down a jersey, especially when it's a good looking one. And yeah. So this is this is my favorite. Well, I think it's close to my favorite Sonics jersey. I just love this green color scheme, the solid green, and it says Seattle on there, which represents nice.
I like the brighter green. The more obnoxious green.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got one more.
Okay.
And I think these were the last jerseys they wore. These were their last sets of, because they've had a lot of different jerseys. I think I know what you're talking about. Back in the day, they had some really amazing, just crazy bright jerseys with that great logo, of the Seattle skyline and the Space Needle.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which one it was, but I like the one that Sean Kemp's known for wearing, that bright green with the yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
The gold. I mean, I like that one as well, but I think I'm such a vintage guy. I mean, any Sonics jersey is vintage.
Yeah, that's
nowadays.
old school. The one you got there, I think that might be like the Sonics when they won the championship jersey there. The one you're showing me on your screen with the.
I can't remember the timeline. I know, but it was a while ago.
But they had a sort of darker red in some of the,
They had those other ones. Yeah, those were cool.
Yeah,
they weren't my favorites though.
So this one here, I think these were the last ones. The ones I'm wearing today were the last newer jerseys that the Sonics had before they left town.
It's something Malcolm's all choked up about talking about.
Yeah, take it easy, Malcolm. I know it's a big thing.
I'm rocking a little-known Seahawks player that I'm guessing you guys will be able to figure out who it is.
Well, give me a hint. I can't tell by the number.
He's got big hands.
It's a low number. It's like
married to a pop singer.
Oh God, just not ringing a bell.
Luke Wilson. That's it. There it is.
Yes, it's number 3.
Yeah. Oh, that is Luke Wilson. Okay.
My Super Bowl one, but the year that they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
I wore this at that Super Bowl.
Sorry, buddy.
It's very sad.
It was so close to you being excited about
Yeah,
it.
so they rocked the Rush jersey. Vicky now has switched to the KSW hockey jersey.
All right.
Is that the Revs hockey jersey that you took on?
No, it's mine.
Oh, okay.
It says Vicky B.
Oh, it does say Vicky B in the back.
So what's the significance of number 8?
It's my lucky number. My first name and last name, my real last name, have 8 letters.
But don't piss off Hair Club. He'll let everyone know what your real last name is.
Right. It's not hard to figure it out, but people are surprised to find out that Barcelona is not really my last name.
It's not your last name?
I had somebody come up, they're like, oh my God, that's so exciting because my last name's also a country. So, and I'm like, mine's not.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, you know what? Keep the dream alive. Just keep the lie going. And Rev stayed in his jersey. Danny, you still in your same kit?
I just took off. Yes, I'm in the same kit, but I took off the Mariners jersey. There we go.
There you go. Oh, so now he's in a kit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fun fact about Brent Barry. Someone said when he would make a 3-pointer for the Sonics, Kevin Calabro would say, Brent Barry delivers a shocker.
Wow. Oh, I miss Kevin Calabro.
Oh, and someone said you interviewed him a couple times. You used to talk about him quite often when he was here.
You know, I thought so, but honestly,
that is so funny.
I've forgotten.
Yeah. It's been many years.
Yeah, I thought I did, but I really couldn't remember exactly. Okay, thank you, listener. I mean, dude, there's so many things that we've done that I've forgotten that you've said. We've had that person on the show.
Right.
Really?
That's what I had to, when I saw it, I was like, that is just a random jersey to get. It had to be because
long.
you got it because you knew him.
It's got to be over a decade.
Because I remember I used to rock when I was a season ticket holder for the Seahawks. I would rock the Craig Terrell jersey. You know, it was like the pro one, like over a couple $100 I spent to get that customized one, and everyone was just like Craig Terrell of all players. You know, because he was just a dude. I mean, great player. Helped him with the Super Bowl. I mean, he had a couple years with the Seahawks, and then ended up doing some good stuff afterwards in broadcasting. But it's because he would come on our show all the time. And I remember Craig. I want to show some love for Craig, so I got his jersey.
I do remember Craig a lot, and Craig played a mean guitar too.
Yes, great singer.
Yes.
Unlike us.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Rev, what are you rocking now?
Still,
of course.
Still, I mean, yeah. I mean,
hey, listen, at least he wore one.
I got a jersey.
Yeah.
I give you all the credit in the world. I'm shocked by that.
You wore one
jersey.
I'm shocked you're not wearing your Deion Grant Seahawks jersey that I gave you.
I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. I think I might have packed it away.
Well,
I have so few jerseys.
That's true.
I need to keep those around.
I thought you would have like a geeky jersey of some kind, but yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, we are at the point of this show where you're going to see our talents on display once again. This time, not singing.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, this time it's acting, thespians on parade.
And this all stemmed from a text message we received maybe a couple weeks ago where someone said, hey, you know, since you guys are talking about 2020 and this is a whole version of Live Day inspired by what else could possibly go wrong, one of the trends that was going on with the COVID world that we're in is that the celebrities would get together and go on Zoom and do a table read of the old movies that they once did.
Yeah, and table reads have become quite a thing, especially in nerd culture. If you go to a lot of the cons, they love it when the animated the folks that are voices of the animated shows, they will get together for table reads where they will just basically do scenes from everybody's favorite animated shows, but you get to see the actors who voice them there. So that is translated to, like you said, now regular celebrities doing it because of COVID.
Yep.
And now that's what we're going to be doing is we're going to be recreating iconic scenes from great movies with maybe our little twist on them.
Yes.
And so we came up with what? I don't know how this all happened, but somehow Rev and I are doing the When Harry Met Sally love scene.
I think that texter wanted, that was the whole point of
why. Is that how that came up?
They wanted to have two people who don't like each other profess love for each other.
Yeah. Who was that texter? Was that Brett Barry? Was it
Brent Barry.
It was Brent Barry? Yeah. Okay.
He's no longer doing stuff in the front office for other sports franchises. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to just bother BJ and Miggs.
So yes. So there are two iconic scenes in When Harry Met Sally. One of them is, of course, when they're just at the restaurant and I'll have what she's having. But the other one really is the real heart of the movie and really identifies how Billy Crystal was in those days. I really called him a young Woody Allen, the way he would just have this dialogue. Well, in movies, anyway. Before Woody went off the rails.
Young and Woody Allen is not necessarily the best term to be thrown out there, but you compare him to who you want.
Before Woody Allen went off the rails with all of his stuff, Woody was known for making these crazy movies for awkward people.
Right.
And so this scene is kind of like an awkward guy trying to profess his love for a girl that he just can't seem to get it right. And that's the whole movie with Harry Met Sally. He just can't seem to get out of his own way. But finally at a New Year's Eve party, he finally makes it happen.
And I feel like everything we do should be a competition, because then someone else has suggested that Danny and I do Titanic. So it's going to be you and the Rev acting, and then Danny and I acting. We should see, well, Vicky could be the judge of which team does better.
Now, Rev and I are doing this a little differently.
Yes.
Because we are not actually going to be Harry and Sally. We're going to be Kermie and Piggy.
Well, what fun would it be if you guys are trying to sound like... Who's it? Billy
Meg
Crystal and
Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah, so this is when Kermie met Piggy, is really what it's going to turn out to be. So,
So who's playing Piggy?
I'll be Miss Piggy, of course, because
Okay.
every time I try to do a female voice, it's always Miss Piggy anyway.
And Miss Piggy is Sally.
Yes.
Okay.
And Rev, you're going to be Harry/Kermit, the frog.
Yes.
All right, Rev, when you're ready to go, I'm ready to go.
All right. Hi ho, neighbor. Had to get into character there. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and the thing is, I love you.
What?
I love you.
How do you expect me to respond to this?
How about you love me too?
How about I'm leaving?
Doesn't what I said mean anything to you?
I'm sorry, Harry. I know it's New Year's Eve. I know you're feeling lonely, but you just can't show up here, tell me you love me, and expect that to make everything all right. It doesn't work this way.
Well, how does it work?
I don't know, but not this way.
How about this way? I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees out. I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich. I love that you get a little crinkle right above your nose when you're looking at me like I'm nuts. I love that I spend the day with you and I can still smell your perfume on my clothes. And I love that you are the last person I want to talk to before I go to sleep at night. I lost it. And it's not because I'm lonely. Damn it. And it's not because it's New Year's Eve. I came here tonight because... Oh, man.
Just do your old-time radio.
Come on, Kirby.
Do your old-time radio voice.
Hi, ho, neighbor. Hi, ho, neighbor. I came back here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want to spend the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Man, that went to Fozzie.
Oh, man.
It sure did. You see, it's just like you, Harry. You say things like that, and you make it impossible for me to hate you, and I hate you, Harry. I really hate you. I hate you.
Oh my gosh. I'd rather see you two kiss.
Oh, my God.
BJ's making out with his hand.
Piggy. Oh, Piggy.
Okay, we're good.
Sure.
I don't think we have enough hand sanitizer for that one.
Yeah, I know. I gotta sanitize my mouth.
You just made out with your hand.
I sure did. Now you know what my entire teen life was like.
Whoa! Were you doing the Miss Piggy voice while doing that?
Oh, you don't know what I do in my room, Steve.
Oh, gosh.
All righty. Well, there you go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Acting.
Poor Rev. He ran out of steam.
That was a long monologue.
That's a really long monologue.
It really is.
Why is Kermit so mad? Someone just texted in.
Yeah, well, Kermit's got issues.
Someone said I just turned it online at the perfect time. The visual on this is amazing.
Oh, right. That's right. I forget we're on camera, and I'm sitting there making out with my hand.
We are.
Don't freeze frame that.
Screenshot it.
Don't boomerang that.
Might be my favorite one. Oh my God, this is so stupid. BJ sounds like Miss Piggy. The Rev sounds like Kermit. What the hell is going on?
Oh, they came in the middle of this?
Well, good job. We did our job because
Yeah,
it's
right.
when Piggy went Kermit. Kirby met Piggy. That's what it was. Yeah.
Someone would like their money back for the time wasted. I'll take lead poisoning with handy application of, never mind.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. All of a sudden, me making out with my hand, not as bad now, is it?
All right, so
Are
now...
you guys ready, you Titanic douches?
Well, here's the problem. I've never seen Titanic.
Yeah.
And I didn't even bother watching the clip.
Of course not.
Because that would mean that I got suckered into watching Titanic, which I refuse to do.
Really? So you didn't even care enough because you didn't want to watch it?
I'll be honest, BJ, I have yet to read this. I just copy and paste it and put it on my Word file.
Oh, this is going to be fantastic.
This is less preparation for this than it was for right now.
I wish I could be like you because because that's the way you got to do this. But I just get so nervous. I go, I got to prepare.
Oh, I'm nervous now because we're not going to do it as Danny and Steve. So Danny, who are you going to be for this?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh boy,
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, his name is Jack, so I'm going to do Jack.
You're going to be Captain Jack Sparrow on the door.
Yes.
Anytime I try and sound like a woman, people say I sound like Marge Simpson. I don't hear it, but I'm gonna just try and sound like a woman since I'm playing Rose, and I guess I'm gonna be Marge Simpson.
Oh, you do sound like Marge Simpson. They
Hi, homie.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This has got to be bad.
I love this.
Oh, yes. Why do we do these things?
You said we're doing it.
All right, thanks, Texter, for the idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
So, Titanic.
All right.
I guess I'm starting. I'm Rose or Marge.
Yeah.
I love you, Jack. No, don't say your goodbye, Rose. Don't give up. Don't do it. I'm so cold. You're going to get out of this. You're going to go on, and you're going to make lots of babies and watch them grow, and you're going to go grow old and die, and you're warm in your bed. Not here. Not this night. Do you understand me, Arg? I can't feel my body, homie. Rose, listen to me. Winning that ticket was the best thing that's ever happened to me. It brought me to you. And I'm thankful, Rose. I'm thankful. You must do me this honor. Promise me you will survive. That you will never give up. No matter what happens. No matter how hopeless, Arg. Promise me now and never let go of that promise. I promise, Homer. Never let go, Arg. I promise. I will never let go, Jack. I'll never let go. Scene.
We don't have to kiss our hands, man.
No, see,
we really should have kissed the hand because they banged on that door. I don't know why you guys didn't do that part of it.
Oh, so we were on the door in that scene?
Yeah.
Got it.
No, they banged in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, car, door. They should. I just want Danny and Steve to bang. That's it.
So it says, please keep doing voice impressions all day, and my coworkers and I will be tuned in all day. But then we'll lose everybody else.
That's the problem. We'll have to.
All right, so now we got to figure out who won.
Oh, we didn't have anybody judging it, did we?
It was me.
Vicky, I said Vicky.
Yeah. I am the judge.
Oh, damn. Oh, all right, Vicky. At least we didn't bet any money on this, so I won't lose another $1.
Real quick, someone said Danny went from pirate to Irish real quick.
Yeah, sure they did.
So it says they need to come up with an emoji with blood coming out of their ears just so that we can have it for this segment.
Yeah, good call.
I very much liked the Kermit and Miss Piggy situation, but there was a fumble by Rev that was a little long.
Wow.
However,
Harsh judge.
Danny said he was doing Captain Jack Sparrow, which I feel like he was playing to his judge. He did not sound like Captain Jack Sparrow to me. He just sounded like a regular pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one texter says I got goosebumps. It's like I'm in the water with you guys.
Yeah.
Cold water.
I like how Vicky's doing that because you don't know who she's going to pick. She's had praise and she's also... It's like those good reality shows.
One texter says you did not sound like Homer at all. It wasn't Homer. I was Marge.
Homie.
And I like that you threw in Homer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Steve's Marge was spot on.
And I'm voting for this group because of how awkward it made everyone.
Damn it.
Rev and BJ.
Nice. Yeah.
Us making out.
Kissing hands. You and I are last place in everything.
That's fine.
Yeah, you guys did great. I went from
first
middle
place
of the
in my
pack to
heart,
the top.
Steve.
Someone said you sounded more like Squidward than Jack.
Squidward?
That too.
No, all right.
Squidward. I am the ward of Squid.
Just spelled Squidward. Squidward.
That's how we
Squidward.
That's how we said his name.
Squidward.
All right. You got tomato.
Hello, SpongeBob. That's Squidward. You're welcome.
Good job, Jamie. You sounded like everybody but Captain Jack, apparently.
I try.
Yeah.
So that was the worst Jack Sparrow impression I've ever heard. Can you guys please go back to singing?
I like the args.
Thank you.
Yeah, the args were.
Remember, he's a pirate. Arg.
What kind of Jack Sparrow is that? Hasn't Johnny Depp been through enough?
He surely has. He just lost his gig on Fantastic Beasts, and now this.
I don't even know what that is.
That's a movie franchise he was the bad guy in, and they kicked him out.
Just another movie by Johnny Depp I've never seen.
Oh, well, it's in the Harry Potter world, so you wouldn't know anything about
Right.
that. Ask your wife, she'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll tell
Babe.
you. It's unfortunate. Not that I think anybody's paying attention to those movies anyway, but hey, well, they're going to get a new somebody. Well, that's it. We did that. I am relieved that part of my day is over where I have to perform and sing. That was giving me like goosebumps from way back in the day when I first did stand-up comedy going out on stage. I haven't had this feeling in a long time, so it's kind of fun to feel like you're young and butterflies in your stomach.
Yeah, they say when you stop having butterflies, that means maybe it's time to just call it quits.
Okay, I was going to walk out the door, but you gave them back to me, so I'm back in the game.
Once a year, we put those butterflies back in your stomach, BJ.
Well, that was happening because it really feels like something else. So now, here we are. Are we doing this now, Steve? Is this?
Let's see. Rev is adamant of doing a new feature.
Yes,
because he's obsessed with Reddit, and he's like, Steve, I got this thing I want to do. And I'm like, fine. And Live Day is the day to do it.
Let's do a new feature on Live Day where everything is all over the place. That's the great time to try out something new. All right, Rev, what do you got?
All right, I think I got an intro.
What?
You do?
I don't know. Do I?
We'll find out. Maybe.
It's or not. BJ and Migs present Am I the Jerk?
Yeah, so...
Wow, that's a good intro.
Yeah, wasn't this pretty good? Yeah, so, okay, Steve was right. I do kind of browse Reddit a lot, and one of the ones that I love, one of the subreddits I really love is Am I the A-hole?
Okay. Oh, yes.
And it's basically people just posting their dilemmas and wondering whether or not they're the a-hole in that situation.
I follow the Twitter feed of that one, and it's always it's always messed up.
Yeah, and it's always kind of strange and kind of weird, and a lot of fun on that, and a lot of judgy comments. So I figured I would find a couple and present to you guys as Am I the Jerk?
And so what do we do?
Well, I have
I think we prove we're the jerks.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I have a couple of stories, just a couple of lines from these stories.
Okay.
And I want to find out whether or not you guys think that these people are in the wrong, that they are the jerks, or if maybe they're not so much the jerk.
Okay, so we get to be judgmental.
Oh, this will be easy.
Yeah, you get to be judge, Judy, and executioner.
Just ask me if I agree with them and take the side of whoever is in there, then you'll know they're a jerk.
If BJ thinks that they're in the right, then they are the jerk.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
So it says, yes, Rev, you are the a-hole. That was easy. Game over.
Okay. Yeah.
Love this game.
The jerks there. All right. First story. My wedding is coming up soon. My brother is planning on using the reception to propose to his girlfriend of only a year.
Whoa.
I don't want him to hijack my big day. Am I the jerk for uninviting my brother to my wedding?
Okay.
Oh, wow. I thought I was going to say he was the jerk, but now she's definitely one-upped
She just
him.
straight up uninvited him from the wedding.
Man.
He's a douche.
Yeah.
He really is.
You don't steal the thunder of somebody else's
Especially
wedding.
the bride's wedding. You know, if it was his brother, he might be able to see if everybody be okay, but his sister's wedding, no way do you do that.
Oh, man. But if I'm there, I would tell him do it because I'd want to watch.
Of course you would.
The entire time, I would have my cell phone videoing the bride because that is the one time where real life will be like a cartoon where steam will be coming out of somebody's ears.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to ask this. Maybe it's just because I am so traditional and I don't know what's changed. I'm going to ask Danny and Vicky. I mean, isn't it always the bride's day and the groom has nothing to really say and he's not going to go against anything the bride or the mother of the bride want? Isn't that how it always is?
Well, from the bridesmaid's perspective, I'm assuming so. I've never really seen anybody try to take the thunder away from the bride without it going very, very bad.
I think the dude's just supposed to show up and not wreck anything. I think that's really what it's supposed to be.
Shower, shave, and show up on time.
Yeah, for me, it was just food and booze. That's all I care that we have at our wedding. And a magician. Yeah.
And a magician. Oh, and the ice sculpture.
All right, fine. I was a little bit of a bridezilla.
You were a bit of a bridezilla.
My bad. I shouldn't say anything on this one.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think that's still the same case, right? That there's one person, in the marriage that gets to call the shots and the other person goes, yeah, okay.
But the question, though, is, should they uninvite the person? Does that make them a jerk for uninviting them?
Ooh.
I feel like you should at least say something.
Yeah. I'm with her. I think that if he's dumb enough to think that this is okay to do, you know what, dude, get out.
I feel like even if she talks to him and says, look, please don't do this, he's going to do it anyways because it's your brother.
And alcohol gets involved. He might get all of a sudden like liquid courage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the brother's the jerk.
Yeah.
Sure.
And frankly, this is where the parent gets involved. Because if Sarah or Joey wanted to do something like this, I would expect one of them to come to me and I would have to just tell the other one, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, come on. What Sarah is the closest to getting married. I don't foresee Joe getting married this decade. I could be wrong.
What if he wants to propose to his whatever when it's at Sarah's wedding? See, that might be when he wants to do it, and then Sarah's going to be...
Why do they do it when they go hiking with that girl? I mean, at this point, it's like kind of ridiculous.
I agree.
All they do is Sarah takes these hot girls by hiking, and your son hasn't proposed to any of them.
She tries. Sarah tries to get Joey involved in something, but Joey's just like, you know what, man? I'm a bachelor. That's how I'm going to do.
Rev, we'll have to save some of them maybe for our listeners on the loose.
Oh, hell yeah. I got a couple more that we can do.
Okay.
Let's do that. Perfect.
Nice.
It is Live Day, and everything you hear, the production, the sound effects, the music, it is all being performed live. And we want to give a big thanks to Live Oak Audio Visual. And we're doing acoustic style of all these songs today. And our buddy Kyle Court is doing Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
New on Curiosity Stream. Nobody said parenting was easy. A psychologist observes real caught-on-tape family moments and helps parents apply simple rules for happier homes on Kids and Instruction Manual. And one of the most well-known images in art history, The Scream, has been stolen numerous times, and it's not alone. Join the hunt for history's missing masterpieces on Raiders of the Lost Art. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
We're going back to BJ and Migs on 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, and it is live day. Everything is done live, just like Malcolm said, man, including him. He is live in San Diego doing the big boy voice, and of course we have Taz, and we have Karen in Kansas City helping us out. We have Jason. Taryn, of course, with the chickens and with little baby
and the
parrots.
goats. And the goats.
Yeah, and the goats, and it is quite, and of course we have a great staff outside making sure all the videos running well, Hair Club and the whole crew, and we just want to thank everybody, Ryan Castle, everybody involved with this, because live day is a big thing, and we're doing it all live this morning, and then at 2 o'clock this afternoon, the men's room going to be doing the same thing. The Foley artist giving us sound effects all live from a very secret location. There they are, right there.
There they are.
It's all live. You can stream it and watch us, actually. You get to watch us today at KISW.com or on Facebook Live. Either way, it's awesome, man. I'm digging it.
And BJ, I'm very excited because we also have some very special guests that are going to be joining us throughout the morning. And one of them is an absolute favorite of ours. We always love having him on, and he's joining us via Zoom. So the technology continues.
Yes.
We've got our man, Big Walt. Walter Jones is here with us on Live Day.
Walt, what's up, brother? Oh, that's what I thought.
Is he on?
Well, BJ, it's good to see you.
Walt, we can't hear you.
Hold on, Walt. We're going to get to you.
Walt, are you muted? No?
No, not muted. All right, we are. This, again, is 2020. What else could possibly go wrong?
We can see Walt. That's pretty cool. But,
yeah, I'm going to see him. Walt, 1 second. We see you. You're smiling. You're looking amazing as usual. Eventually, we're going to hear you. And, okay, how's this?
Here comes Jason.
All right, Jason's going to figure this out.
Dun.
Walt is rocking, by the way. Well, usually, actually, everybody can see Walt, too, right, at this point?
I don't know.
If they're streaming live?
Everyone sees Walter Jones.
You know what? I mean,
Big Walt,
I want to feel as happy as Walt looks. Because every time you see Walt, man, he just looks like it's like sunshine's always in his life.
I feel like we've become now the parents to Walter Jones that don't know how to work Zoom. Because here he is, he's talking.
I know.
He's ready to have a conversation. He can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Yeah, we should at least sound like his parents. Walter, we can't make this work. I don't understand it, Walter.
We can't get him?
It's everything is set correctly, but it's not coming through.
Wow. All right. And and Walter's not on mute, right?
Nope.
It's on his end.
No.
So just some reason technology says no.
Did it just work, or
did it ever work? That's the question. It did work. All right. Well, this is a beautiful thing,
man.
Well, Walt, I
don't mind failing. I just don't want to fail in front of Big Walt.
The funny thing is Walt is there, so I wonder if Walt actually could just, I don't know, write some things down and say hi to people on a piece of paper.
Wave at people, thumbs up.
Hey, what's happening? All right, so we don't know, so probably, Walt's gone.
Walt's gone. We lost him.
He's totally gone. Well, while we're waiting for Big Walt,
Walt's back.
Walt came back. I don't hear him, though.
What the hell?
Well, I'll tell you what the hell, buddy. Technology
this wouldn't happen if he was here.
That's a good point.
That's why 2020 stinks.
COVID. Thanks a lot, COVID.
Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe, Rev, I'll send you his number, so maybe we could just call Walt. That might be our best bet.
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. We got that going down.
So I'll text that to the Rev right now.
That's a good idea. You want to give everybody his number? Maybe everybody could call him.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You don't want to do that?
That would be a terrible idea.
I just thought it'd be, the listeners might want to help. It's 867-5309. Give Walt a call right now and tell him he's the one you can turn to. And I think that'll work out really well. We of course, we're going to talk to Walter, obviously, about the elephant in the room, and that would be our Seattle Seahawks. Like, should we be concerned?
Right.
What's going on? And Walt, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the people that agree with my whole first 4 game of the season.
We're not going to go spend all our time with that, are we?
I'm just saying, Walt agrees with the idea.
Look, he just got up and left his room.
He's gone.
You disappointed him even bringing that up.
He's got a nice look. That's a nice view in his place, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
I mean, Walt's done pretty good, I have to say.
I know, it's like a little peek inside of his world right there.
Yeah, wow, man. If I was Walt, though, I'd have every award, like, right in front of me. Like, every time you saw me,
I'd be holding them at all times.
Exactly. I would just be like, look, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a Ring of Honor Hall of Famer guy, so here's all that stuff. Here's all my hardware.
Anytime I'm doing, like, a Zoom call, I'd just be like, yeah, look at this. This is what I got.
It really feels like the weather even where Walt lives here, but somehow the weather looks nicer at his place. How's that possible? You know what I mean? It looks really nice out there.
Well, the sun shines on Walter Jones.
That's what it is, because I'm looking out here and I'm seeing nothing but gray, and I'm looking at unless
it's the filter he has. Maybe it's a fake background.
Oh, that's probably not his house. That's probably just like a nice little house background.
Yes.
Looks good.
Walt's just shaking his head. Yeah. But these idiots still talking about my view?
Walt, this is called filling time, because we're almost professionals. Walt, shake yes or no if that's a Zoom background or we're really looking at your house. Is that really your house?
Yeah.
Well, why is the sun shining at your house? You live where we live. I don't understand this.
All right. He's pointing at his shirt that says the best to ever do it. That's why.
There we go. I see. Walt's got a good point.
I don't know. Well, I think Rev's trying to call you on that phone number.
He's going to just call you, Walt. We'll just get you on the phone.
Yeah.
But you can still stay on Zoom and people can see you making a phone call. So it'll be like old school tech.
Got him. Got him.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen.
I was going to change my. I had the AirPods on, so maybe it would have been so I wouldn't have got my headphones. So see if that would help, but I don't know what's going on. So
we have no idea. Yeah, it's just technology just screwing us left and right. Well, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? You're good.
You know what? Well, I'm a little jealous now, Walt, because for some reason it looks like things are going well. I like your house, man. I wonder if we can do a little switch.
You know how it is with Zoom calls, man. I think. Everybody, I've done so many since the COVID, and I watch TV with everybody zooming. Everybody want to put their accolades behind them. Mm-hmm. I keep mine in front of me with this face, so that's all you need to see.
And Walt, that is a good accolade. You're absolutely right, man. Every time I see you, it just like brightens my day because you just beam this great attitude. I don't no idea what's going on in your life right now. Who knows if you've got? Look, you got kids, you got everything. Who knows what's happening? But man, every time I see you, you're like, hey, life is good. It's a party. Let's do this.
Hey, that's the way I try to live, man. My kids right now are 20, going to be 21 here in 2 weeks. So I try to stay positive every day. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with kids. You deal with, when they was younger, but now you're dealing with that young adult age where they think they know everything. So that's a tough thing every day. So, but it's been fun, man. I really enjoy it. I enjoy everything that happened in life. So you just, everybody, like you say, everybody goes through stuff, but I try to stay positive, as much as I can.
Walt, do you ever go back and, your kids are doing what they're doing, like you say, now they're at that age where they know everything. And do you ever go back and go, I wonder if I was ever like this in the league when the coaches were trying to tell me something when I first got in the biz? And did I ever be that guy like, I know what I'm doing? Or is there a little bit of you and any of those kids thinking they know what they're doing? Or do you remember that at all?
Oh, definitely. My son, I don't want to talk about him. He's asleep, but he's a knucklehead, man, just like I was. You know what I'm saying? So it's part of it, man. I enjoy it. Though. I tell people all the time, I enjoy this part of my life with them. And kind of seeing, it's great to be a part of stuff. We was able to sit down and vote together and stuff like that. So it's been fun. I enjoy the fact, they learning about money because they know I got money, so they think they got money. I have to tell them, like the old Cosby show, no, I got money, you don't have nothing. So.
It's so true.
Do they try and negotiate better allowances with you all the time then?
all the time. You know, they always trying to tell me what the cost of living here is. And I'm like, you ain't paying any bills right now, so you don't know what the cost of living is.
That is awesome.
Oh, man. And you know what? You know your parents, wherever they may be, are going, that's right, Walt. All right, now you're getting a little bit of that medicine.
Hey, Walt, we were talking. You were just talking about positivity, and you played with the Seahawks for many, many years. Many of the years, great teams and won a lot of games, but also some teams that did not play as well. Was there one player that you could think of that was always like a ray of positivity in the locker room? Like I'm trying to picture like a game where like you're getting blown out, and during halftime, there's like that one guy that's still like, "Dude, we got it, guys, we can do it." Like, and who was that guy for you?
I don't know if I had a guy that was positive like that, but you always seem like they're always thinking about you're thinking about a guy. Usually it's always the quarterbacks are always the one that always try to stay with that positive. Those quarterbacks are prima donnas, so they always thinking about the positive and stuff like that. But I think in this game, I think what you learn the most about being positive throughout game, that this is a long season. This game is tough, so I think that's kind of a positivity that you have to take every time you go out on the football field, even if you're playing bad or things are not going the way that you want them to go, but you just have to regroup. I think the cool thing about this league and about playing football is even if you have a bad game, you have the right to be able to regroup and then kind of figure out what, you have to be honest with yourself and say, okay, this is what went wrong, and try to correct those mistakes. I think everybody does that in every business that you do. You can do this stuff and then you can say, man, I didn't say that right, or I should have said this. So, you're always trying to think of ways to be better every time you step on the football field.
So, Walt, of course, you doing your work for King 5, you had to talk about what happened on Sunday, which shocked a lot of people. I mean, we knew Buffalo was good. We thought it would be a shootout. We just thought we'd be doing a little bit more shooting and getting, shot at a little bit less. What did you tell everybody about that? Because, Seahawks, this was one of the first games where I watched where I thought, I don't think we have a chance to win this game. And granted, I'm just me, and I know that, the players have a better attitude, but I didn't think...
You'd be a terrible quarterback, BJ.
Yeah, it just felt like we were getting outmatched in a lot of ways. And what are you telling people about that to sort of bring hope back to the Seahawk faithful?
You just have to look at the record. The record says where we are. And the thing about it is, you knew that Buffalo can throw the ball up and down the field. You got to look at their offense. They got a strong arm quarterback. They have two elite receivers that can really run the perfect routes. I think everybody knows about Diggs and how the way he runs routes. And sometimes during that game, you kind of saw that he understood that, I can run whatever route I want and get where I want to go. And, you heard Pete Carroll say that he was shocked that they threw the ball, but you have to understand that this defense have given up a lot of passing yards. So you have to be licking your chops when you play the Seattle defense. And, as a player, you always you have to put the fire out. If you don't, people are going to do exactly the same thing every week. So the defense just have to take it on the chin and say, hey, they came out and they found out what our weakness was. So now this is what made Pete great, finding ways to make this defense better, trying to find ways to make plays. And I think with Dunlap, I think he's going to get better as the season go along, that he's going to be a force to reckon with. But you just got to keep working. We got Russell Wilson. If we got him, we got a chance. And you kind of saw that in the game at one point where we got it down to 7 points.
Yeah.
But then, Buffalo was feeling good. We never did rattle Buffalo. We never did rattle the quarterback. So I think the thing about it, we have to get these quarterbacks off their spot, because everybody in this league, this is what they want to do right now. I think Tennessee is the only team that you think about that can say, hey, we're going to line up and run the football, but everybody else is want to throw the ball all across the football field.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Walt, because I'd heard that they just, you watch the film and all Buffalo did the week before was just run. But you're right, Josh Allen, he's been a really capable quarterback. Sure, he might not have been as effective lately as he was in his earlier games, but then, of course, he went back to early game form in our game. Do you think, and I wonder, watching Russell's interview, Russell, of course, was positive, but I was reading between some lines, and I could have been just making this up. I felt like he might have put more of that game on his shoulders, which might have led to some, well, I got to try to make a play somewhere. Do you know, at least in your experience, does that sometimes happen to a quarterback if he feels like, wow, I don't know if my defense can really match up against this offense of the other team? Do I got to do more? And does sometimes that, get into a quarterback's head?
I think so. I think any player, sometimes you can hear the pats on the back. You can hear all this rumble, MVP. And then you have to just think about it. He's human. You have those moments where you're pressing. sometimes you have to get back to the basics. And that's with everybody. No matter how great you are, you have moments where you get checked and get back to reality, where sometimes you might lose focus. And not saying Russell is losing focus. It's just sometimes people have your number. They kind of understand what you're trying to do, and they make it hard on you. And I think the thing about it is we still have on that right side of the offensive line, that's a young group, and they still learn as they go. They've been pat on the back too. So, you have those games where, guys kind of figure out or give you a tough day. So now for coaches, I think coaches love this. They don't want to lose, but still, and again, now when you're winning, I think everybody can attest to this. When you're winning, a lot of stuff go up under the rug. And then once you lose now, coaches can now coach you up and kind of put you in front, kind of like now they can coach you now, because now when you're, 6-1, you kind of riding this high. So now you kind of throw stuff on the rug. So now you have a game where the offense was kind of, putting points on the board, but the defense can stop you. So now you can go in, and now I can coach these guys now, because now they took one on the chin, and now you can go out and now you can really coach these guys. So let's see what happens this week coming off a loss like that.
And we're talking with Walter Jones, Seahawk great. Walter, you look at that defense. Is there hope? And with the players that they have, do you think they can change things up, whether it be a coaching changes, like, coming up with new plays or whatever it may be, with the personnel that they have? Is there hope that this team can go into the playoffs and go far with the defense the way that it is?
I think they can. I put out, like, everybody got the slogan, let Russ cook, but I think it's all, and Russ we trust. I think it's a situation where he knows that he's the guy. He's the leader on this team. He's the highest paid player on this team. So I think he understands the pressure of what he has to do as a quarterback. This is my team. He wants this. I think Russ wants this job, want to be the guy, want everything on his shoulder. We all have seen Russell. Like you say, Russell is always even keel, positive, but then a lot of times when you see him being human, a lot of times people get shocked by that, to see things like, wow, man, I can't believe Russell did that. And that's just the standard that you set. Once you set that standard, that's what people and fans expect every time you step on the football field. But sometimes you can have, for me personally as a player, sometimes I always think about, throughout the season you have those clunker games. I thought, I didn't think it was going to be it wasn't a clunker game, but it was just one of those games where things just didn't go right for the Seahawks. They never did make that push where, okay, we got a chance to win this game. You never felt like you said earlier, you never felt like the offensive side of the Buffalo Bills never did fear. They felt like they could run whatever they wanted to run against that defense.
And that's, I've heard a little talk that obviously that Russ's MVP chances got knocked around a little bit because of that game. It so frustrates me, Walt, because he's never been in the conversation in previous years, considering that he's never had what other quarterbacks have, and yet was still effective since it was such a defensive-minded team all those years. Is it fair that this one game people are going to go, well, he's no longer the MVP? I just don't understand why he's not valued for the skill sets that he brings, because he's not a Tom Brady-like quarterback.
I think he's very valuable in this team, man. I think if we didn't have Russell, and I'm telling what our record would be. That's not a shot at this whole team, but I think everybody understands. You jump on board and say, hey, if we win, we're going to win with this kid. So I think you have to understand. I think I always tell young guys, understand your role on the team. You're not going to, you hear coaches say it all the time. You're not going to get treated just like a Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson get away with more stuff than, somebody that's a third or fourth string. So that's just the way that it works in this game. But, you hear, like you said, you hear the rumbles, you hear everything, and that pressure's on you all the time. Now you see, okay, the defense is giving up points every time we give a point. So I think he understands that. And sometimes you don't want to stop doing what he's doing. Like I said, you still put up over 30 points in this game, so you got to feel good. There was some positive things going on for them guys on that standpoint. But, you just got to keep fighting. I think these guys understand that it's a long season. This is the meat of the season now, so we just got to keep pushing and get through this little, this lull of, losing a game here and there.
How do you think they're going to do on Sunday against the Rams?
Hey, it's a division game, so you can't hold these guys out. They haven't played these guys yet. It's tough to play all these division games back to back, because every game is like a playoff game. It's not about the records; it's about these guys, having pride and coming out and play. They understand you. They understand Russell. They understand what Russell want to do. So I got a feeling it's going to be one of those tight games again. It's hard to see blowouts these days, and teams are not in the game. You saw the Tampa Bay game. You didn't expect to see that. So I think it's going to be a game to the end. Whoever had the ball last, I think that, everybody understand that Seattle is, one of the they're one of the teams that think can make it to the Super Bowl. I think the Rams are just right there. They understand what it takes. They got a great quarterback. Everybody knows Donald and know what he can do and how he can wreck a game. So I think it should be fun, man. I think it's great to have these division games and have the one right after that. So it kind of puts you where you want to be as a team.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Walt, because you're right. 2 division games in a row where you've got the Sunday, then right back on a Thursday against a team where we had a very emotional game against, and that would be the Cardinals. Man, oh man, as a player, Walt, you're looking at that. How do you feel like that? Here you go. You got 2 big games like that on a Sunday and then a Thursday. As a player, are you just shaking your head going, man, do we have to have these important games like this? As a player, what do you do about that?
You just have to get ready. I think it's part of the game. You can't worry about the schedule. You just got to take on what's in front of you. And I think you want this. I think fans want this. You want to see where your team at. Where can they fight in these games? I think this team has definitely showed that they can definitely fight in games. We see highlights. We see videos of Russell. No matter where the game is at, he's always on the sideline telling, "Hey, this is the drive that we're going to win." And you hear that, and you see it happen on the field. So you get game more and more that, hey, anytime we're in a game with Russell, we got a chance to win. So you have to look at it like that. Every game I look at the quarterbacks. I say, who would I want to play? Do I want to play this quarterback or do I trust Russ? I trust Russ. I trust Russ throughout the whole process. So you have to believe that this is your guy. This is the guy that's going to get us to the promised land.
Someone just texted us a funny question. They said you guys were talking about Walt's crib. Who, when he was playing, had the craziest house, and why was it so crazy?
The craziest house when I was playing, when I came to the league, I think when I first got here, I think, me coming from I'm from rural Alabama, any house I thought was nice, so it wasn't like, oh, that's nice. I didn't you hear a lot of guys talk about stuff that you learn when you first build your first house. I think I saw LeBron James said, when he was growing up, he didn't know what a pantry was until he got money. So for me personally, if you had a swimming pool, I thought, oh man, you got a nice crib. But I would have to say probably Hasselbeck. The first time I saw someone had their name in the floor when you walk in, had his initials everywhere. Had a beautiful view, of the Seattle water and stuff. And for me personally, that's kind of where, I thought it was all about, if you ain't got a view, you don't have a nice home. So I kind of try to work on that. And I look at it as, if I can stay dry while it rains, I think I got a good home. So that's the way I look at it.
Dude, I wonder if the person who bought Hasselbeck's house kept the Hasselbeck on the floor.
You have to, right?
He had Hasselbeck on the floor, and he had the longitude and latitude. I'm like, okay, I don't understand this, but I get, so I guess he wanted to let you know, hey, this is where I live. But, this is quarterback, you know what I'm saying? That's the way they live. They teach you how, hey, okay, like you say, you understand your role, you understand, hey, where you at in this pyramid. So it was pretty cool.
And Walt, the big question I want to ask, Thanksgiving's coming up. We've talked about some of our favorite foods. All right, what are you looking forward to? Is there a special tradition in the Jones household, maybe a side dish or whatever? What are you looking forward to?
You know what? I look forward to my mom's cornbread dressing. I look forward to that all the time. The thing about me, I go home. I usually go home a week before because I have to do a lot of charity stuff down in my hometown. So my mom, we kind of celebrate Thanksgiving a little different. We kind of celebrate a couple of days before because I'm only there. I usually come back up here for Seattle to be around my kids for Thanksgiving. And that's what I look forward to. I look for anytime I get a chance to get home to my mom's food. Personally, up here, my kids are not. We're not big on having a big spread of food. My daughter and my kids, we always try to plan something where we pick one dish that we love. One year we did a big pot of spaghetti. One year we did a big pot of crab legs. So it all depends on what we want to eat. We have actually did a McDonald's thing, a McDonald's. I had to make sure I said that right. I say it different than I get joked about it all the time. So it's McDonald's.
Yeah.
We did a McDonald's theme Thanksgiving where we bought up everything from McDonald's and laid it out on the table and just had a great time. So we always do stuff like that. That's different than the norm of what people think you should do. I think it's all about just being with your family and having a great time.
Can you adopt me into your family next time you guys do a McDonald's one, man? That sounds amazing. Did you get a McFlurry?
I got McFlurry. We got every burger on the menu. We got fries. It was amazing. I kind of remember. I think when the Clemson went to the White House that time, and the president did all McDonald's stuff. I thought that was pretty awesome. I was like, that's what these kids you don't give them all that fancy stuff. They don't know that in college, so why won't you give them something that they know that they eat all the time? So I thought it was pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
He did that for
I gotta say, well, your mom's corn dressing though sounds like I would love to try that. I bet that is good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Can't nobody do it like my mom, man. I look forward to it. Even to the fact where I get her to send it overnight. She'll make me a pan.
Oh, man.
I hate to go.
So maybe I could get a pan, man, and bring it to the studio one day, man.
Yes.
Man.
Walt,
that'd be awesome.
Walt, you will be my hero forever. That'll be. You'll get a Hall of Fame ring from me just for that.
And one last thing I got to ask. I hate to keep going back to McDonald's, but what's your McFlurry of choice?
My McFlurry of choice is the, I want to say, I like the Oreo, but I'm more of the, what is that? So what is it? Is it the Twix one they got? I like the one they got to call, I think they call like a Twix or one they have. I guess they're
that sounds good. I can see,
I'm more of a Sundays guy anyway, so I'm more of a.
Yeah, they have a Twix McFlurry.
So that's more of my go-to.
Yeah, see, I'm an Oreo guy. You got me at Oreos, man. I'm all in.
Well, thanks so much for spending time with us on Live Day. It's always great talking to you, and you gave us a lot of good perspective so that we can go into Sunday's game feeling, getting our swagger back as fans. Like, we're still 6-2. We're not out of this.
Oh, definitely not out of it. It's going to be a fight to the end. I think with the new format, they putting 7 teams in there. So this conference, we might get probably 3 teams in the playoffs. So this won't be the last time we probably play any of our division games.
Yeah.
We might see these guys in the playoffs too. So this conference is going to be a fight to the end.
Make sure you find Walt on Twitter. It's at BigWalt71, Walter Jones. And don't forget, best to ever do it. You get some of that clothing. Some of that clothing that he's got is pretty awesome. He's got a nice hat with the big 71 on there right now. Go check. Where can they get that, Walt?
Oh, yeah, they can go to my website at b2edi.com. I got hoodies, I got sweatshirts, I got hats. Just working on it, man, just trying to tell everybody to be the best that they can be every time they step out. I always tell people, if you want to be the best, you have to wear it across your chest. So that's what I try to live by every day. That's why you ask me about the background. That's hard to get. I tell people all the time, that's hard to get. You got to work for it. So if you want to be your best, wear it across your chest.
Walt, always great talking to you. You're a great man.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
Walter Jones right there as we are doing Live Day. Everything is done live. You want a shot at beating Steve live style? Well, you got it right now. So we're going to be playing Beat Migs at 8:47, 206-421-ROCK. That's 206-421-ROCK. We'll be playing Beat Migs. And all day today, as you know, it is Live Day. The men's room will be doing it as well at 2 o'clock. Big thanks to Live Oak Audio and Visual. We've got a great acoustic version. Jane Carden covering STP's Interstate Love Song. It's actually Jake Carden. Sorry, Jake. We got that on the Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
New on Curiosity Stream, deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.